What's up, crypto crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Might, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto ocean. So if you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto crew, I always mention to continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. However, many people are focused on things such as price action, which is temporary and can take away your focus. Now, apart from spiritual choices you make that have eternal consequences, i.e. believing the gospel of Jesus Christ that leads to eternal life, the word of truth also says you reap what you sow, which practically can also be used on the crypto ocean. The question is, what is your focus on and what do you sow at the moment?
You win a few, you lose a few, but you keep on fighting.
This month, December 2024, you will be able to store your KRC20 meme coins directly on the Tangem wallet, which makes it easier than ever before to securely store and self-custody your favorite crypto alongside Kaspa. If you wish to order your Tangem wallet today, you can get 10% off, link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance.
Let's assume loosely that we're gunning for 100x, that $1,000 is going to become $100,000, or that $5,000 is going to become $500,000. That's real motivation.
Now, I've been following Murad Mahmudov because of his insights. Some speculate Murad Mahmudov to be the best meme coin trader to have ever exist. Pay attention how Murad breaks down meme coins, what he is looking for, and why I personally believe Murad Mahmudov will eventually cross paths with Kaspa and the KRC20 ecosystem.
To me, it boils down to having a very culty community. So everything I look at on-chain and off-chain and on social media is to try to measure that cultiness, to try to measure that passion, try to measure that inspiration in the community. I want to be buying category leaders, or at least like a top 3 coin of each category. In meme coins, there's dogs, cats, there is real memes, masculinity memes, there's AI memes now, there's movement coins, whatever. And you always want to buy the leader. Why? Because just like we had with alts, and I think it's going to be the same thing with memes and just in the world at large, it's going to be a winner-take-most distribution where the first coin is going to take the majority of the pie, maybe the second and the third is going to have some, and then it's a long tail. So you don't want to be buying like cat coin number 20 on chain number 7. That's not going to be a winner, you know? You want to be buying a leader. Because when institutions are going to be dabbling in memes, which they already are, but there is going to be the case even more next year, they're going to be buying the leader, right? If they want to buy a cat, they're not going to be buying cat number 20, they're going to be buying cat number 1 or 2. Same thing with all of the other meme coin categories. So that's one thing. I focus on category leaders. Second thing is, I think we're going to see a transition from like purely funny memes or jokes to like slightly more serious memes. That's another theory I have. The third theory I have is we're going to see a transition from animal memes to non-animal memes. And you've kind of been seeing that a little bit over the past 3 or 4 months.
So the first thing I'd like to point out, crypto crew, is that Murad Mahmudov is aware of a transition that he believes will take place in the meme coin space. Funny or jokey meme coins to slightly more serious memes. Animal memes to non-animal memes.
But ultimately, the most important thing for me is that it's decentralized, that it's organic, and that it's a cult.
And this makes me confident that Murad Mahmudov eventually will find Kaspa and the KRC20 meme coins. The only thing Murad mentioned that is currently not in Kaspa's favor is the level of exposure, which has to do with the level of adoption. In terms of adoption and exposure at the making of this recording, the biggest networks for meme coins are Ethereum and Solana.
Once a coin is on a bunch of tier 1 exchanges, maybe it matters a bit less. But before it gets from 0 to 1 billion, you need that idle wealth. Like if you go on Sui or whatever, like there's just not that much idle wealth parked there. Like billionaires there's not that many billionaire Sui holders or billionaire USDT holders on Sui, right? But there are a lot of very wealthy people on Sol, and a lot of very wealthy people on ETH. And actually a lot of very wealthy people on BTC.
Course, yeah.
You know, and so because of that, that money can flow to the meme coin very quickly.
And so for at least one of the thousands of KRC20 meme coins to go viral, Kaspa has to have more exposure as a network. This to me is a matter of time and adoption for both Kaspa and the KRC20 meme coins. This is why the upcoming upgrades for Kaspa in 2025 are crucial. The smart contracts will assist Kaspa in institutional adoption under the leadership of Kaspa KII. However, for those smart contracts to be implemented, Kaspa needs to run on 10 blocks per second. Then Kaspa will need the Tier 1 exchange listings to drive the price up, which the combination of all the above will push the Kaspa coin, as well as the network, which will need the exposure to be on the radar of prominent figures in the crypto ocean, meme coin experts such as Murad Mahmudov.
I look at on top of all of these things, I look at a lot of things on chain. I look at how diamond-handed the community is. And you can measure this in a variety of ways on chain. I've tweeted about this many times. How decentralized it is. Whether there was any bundling or sniping. Whether there were any pre-sales. Obviously, we don't want any of these things. There's like 9 different ways to measure decentralization. I believe the more decentralized it is, the better. Why? Because then you have essentially a bigger army working for your bags. There's a sweet spot there as well. Like you don't want 3 people owning all of the supply, like without mentioning any names is the case with some of these coins. But you also don't want like a million people owning $1. There's a sweet spot. In my opinion, that sweet spot is kind of measuring people that have $1,000, that have like $5,000. Because let's assume loosely that we're gunning for 100x, that $1,000 is going to become $100,000, or that $5,000 is going to become $500,000. That's real motivation. You know, that's like a make it number for a lot of middle class, upper middle class people or whatever. In terms of price action, I buy coins that are at least 3 or 4 months old. Why? In my experience, just observing the markets, cult building takes at least like 8 to 12 months. It's almost like a plane that needs a landing strip to take off. You want the coin to have undergone 2 or 3, 60 to 70% or more corrections. Why? Because then that acts as a test. That acts as an exam testing the community's resolve. And if community has survived 70, 80% dips a few times, that means that A, sellers are out, B, supply is now in the hands of either true believers or like new believers. And all of these things are very good for like making new highs, like building price structure, etc. So you want the sellers to be out and you want to be joining when the sellers are gone and now the supply is in the hands of true believers that are not, they're like such crazy believers that they're not even going to sell for 10x, 100x. They're going to keep waiting for 1,000x. This is how you get those crazy moves, right?
Whether the KRC20 meme coins will explode during one or both of these 2025 meme coin super cycles is contingent on exposure, meaning top tier listings for individual KRC20 meme coins, the likes of Nacho the Cat, Kango, Casper the Ghost of Kaspa, Caspi, Conan, etc. Adoption for Kaspa as a whole, which will increase the exposure for both the Kaspa coin and Kaspa network.
On the subjective side, I personally need to resonate with the meme. And ultimately, I think it's all about what I call inspiration per capita. Because the more an average participant is inspired, the more they're going to be motivated to create software for the meme coin, create websites for the meme coin, make merch for the meme coin, create media for the meme coin, do offline events for the meme coin, bull posting about meme coin, rating, reply guiding for the meme coin. And if you have 1 million people doing this, this thing is going to go viral, you know? And so we call this, what I just described, we call this free cult labor. Essentially, it's people making the coin their whole identity and providing not only their money, but also their time and their labor and their energy for the sake of this coin. This is a big part of why some tech alts have succeeded as well. And ultimately, you want to ask yourself, is this thing going to trigger this inspiration in people, right?
Notice how the tech hasn't really been discussed when talking about meme coins, with the exception of decentralization, which is an unmistakable fundamental advantage which Kaspa has over the current top competition, that being Ethereum and Solana. At the making of this recording, Kaspa is only at 20 to 30% of its potential, which of course is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my conviction in Kaspa with conviction. As I see it, Kaspa is building the project the right way fundamentally. Fundamentally, the KRC20 meme coins are building their communities organically. Not only that, many of these communities are a platform for talented people with an artistic touch or expression that, in my opinion, I've never seen in the meme coin space before. This, of course, doesn't guarantee financial success, but it does show a new and creative side of meme coins that positions their respective communities, allowing to interact in a way that opens the door for more interaction and adoption, building the cult-like passion I believe a meme coin needs for success. I personally believe the content that many of the KRC20 communities put out is of a higher caliber and higher quality than what I've seen elsewhere so far. And that's coming from somebody whose current 3 biggest meme coin investments aren't KRC20 meme coins. Perhaps this unique high-quality content will prove to be instrumental in not only building a cult-like following, but also to raise the standards on where the entire meme coin space will be heading towards.
And I think in the future, all of the best meme coins are going to be on every chain. So ultimately, it doesn't matter. For me, what matters is, again, the meme itself, the cultiness, and the rates of growth.
Apart from spiritual choices that you make that will have eternal consequences, i.e. believing the gospel of Jesus Christ that leads to eternal life, the word of truth also says you reap what you sow, which practically can also be used on this crypto ocean. Keep your eyes on the prize, thus keep your eyes on the prize. Because when Kaspa fires on all cylinders, Kaspa will be playing at a whole new ball game. Many people, however, are focused on price action, which distracts from the entire point, because I personally believe we should be on the lookout for the next big thing, on the opportunities that we may reap the rewards of in 2025. The question is, what is your focus on? What do you sow at the moment?
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace and let's make some crypto waves. Say I.